And today, Attorney General Merrick Garland putting the entire Minneapolis Police Department under the microscope.
The Justice Department has opened a civil investigation to determine whether the Minneapolis Police Department engages in a pattern or practice of unconstitutional or unlawful policing.
The probe will assess whether the department engages in discriminatory conduct.
It will include a comprehensive review of the Minneapolis Police Department's policies, training, supervision, and use of force investigations.
Since being convicted for murdering George Floyd, things have really taken quite a turn for Derek Chauvin. As you've heard, DOJ is investigating the entire Minneapolis Police Department. It also appears that DOJ is looking into bringing more charges against Chauvin. Welcome into TYT Overruled. I'm Adrienne Lawrence. The Department of Justice is considering charging Chauvin with more crimes in connection with his policing of black people. As recent as February, federal prosecutors assembled a grand jury to hear testimony regarding one very disturbing incident involving Chauvin attacking a 14-year-old black boy in 2017. Now, that incident was caught on camera, but the footage has yet to be released. Still, you'll want to hear about it. And I warn you, it is disturbing. This is how prosecutors are describing the 2017 footage and the events leading up to Chauvin's attack. It was September 4th, 2017, when Chauvin and another officer were called to the home of a woman who claimed that her 14-year-old son and young daughter were attacking her, being unruly. Chauvin and co. entered the home and spoke with the woman. They ordered her son to lie on the ground, but he refused. Within seconds, Chauvin hits the kid with a flashlight so hard that the boy needed stitches. And then Chauvin grabbed the boy's throat, hit him again with the flashlight. Chauvin then applied a neck restraint, causing the child to lose consciousness and to go to the ground. Meanwhile, the mother is pleading for Chauvin and the other officer to stop. They handcuff the teen on the ground. He's bleeding out of the side of his ear. About a minute after going to the ground, the child began repeatedly telling the officers that he could not breathe, and his mother told Chauvin to take his knee off her son. Chauvin kept his knee embedded into the boy's upper back and left it there for some 17 minutes. Eventually, before putting the teen in the ambulance, Chauvin told him that he was under arrest for domestic assault and obstruction with force. Why didn't we see this footage in Chauvin's trial for killing George Floyd? Well, because the judge felt it was too prejudicial, that the jurors would be too influenced by seeing Chauvin has a pattern of excessive force, kneeling on the vulnerable, disregarding their pleas that he can't breathe. But remember,
Minneapolis Police Chief Medaria Arredondo testified Chauvin's actions in no way, shape, or form reflect departmental policy.
It is not part of our training, and it is certainly not part of our ethics or our values.
Now, whether DOJ will prosecute Chauvin, we're going to have to wait and see. But what we do know right now is that 2017 footage of Chauvin kneeling on that 14-year-old boy's neck confirms two things: that Chauvin has a history of excessive and unreasonable force to harm black people, and Chauvin's department knew about it at least by 2017, and they did nothing. Had they done something, George Floyd might still be alive.